Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Let me see if I can finish setting things up here on YouTube. I'm not sure why there's been a bit of a delay, like yesterday, and even right now. Let's try to find out why. Why oh why? There we go. I should be good to go. It does say live, so I assume we are live, and I'm hoping that you guys will be able to hear me. Just in case. Can you hear me? I understand that there's probably not anyone hearing me right now, but when people log in, hopefully they'll be able to tell me we can hear you. So today we are going to continue playing with our friend the Flash. Oh, makes me realize I should probably put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Otherwise, I will probably be disturbed. There we go. So let us see. So we started playing with our Flash character yesterday. We were able to reach level 14. And now we have the World of Tomorrow or Together Unbroken. Let's go to Together Unbroken. We're going to go around the House of Legends. So they tell us to use a warp menu. Let's see if we can use. There's a teleporter right here. The teleporter usually is locked until you reach a certain point. Let's see if we can use it now. Oh yeah. Hello Mateo. Hello Dopex Sky. I hope you guys can hear me. Oh, Dopex Sky says yes. So here we are. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to put back the dialogue. Let's put a bit of effects. Not too much, just enough. Let's put some music. And there we go. So normally we have to use the console over here to get the whole thing started. So let's do that right now.
Heroes and villains, you must prepare for the trials to come. I am needed elsewhere. Harbinger, introduce our guests to Tempest Fuginaut and show them around my House of Legends.
On your orders.
Start with Tempest Fuginaut, guardian of the Orrery of Worlds.
So you heard the monitor called Tempest Fuginaut. Tempest Fuginaut. We've seen people sometimes who kind of struggle with that name. I kind of understand why. If you never heard it, yeah, I can understand.
Open the way to important locations across time and space. For most of your journey, I will have the perfect equipment for you. I hope to see you often.
Although the name is a bit weird because basically they pretty much named him after Tempus Fugit, meaning time flies. But the Fuginaut part is a bit weird because that's
the absolute highest tier equipment can be found on an assistant close to Tempest Fuginaut.
It should be like a time voyager or something like that. So it's Tempest that should be like a Tempest Knot or something like that, as opposed to Fuginaut. Looks that's a bit weird, I guess.
Outgrown gear can be sold for cash, or even better, salvaged into exobytes to boost your base stats at R&D stations like these.
Pretty cool. What looks like Mirror Master. I guess they tried to have like a sciencey type of name, and as it turns out, they kind of did a boo-boo.
This main observation deck has more important features. John Constantine will help you power up artifacts. Booster Gold will help you stabilize quarks. And Dr. Fate offers daily rewards. Next, your mentors have hired a guide for you in the training area. They have assured me he is a consummate professional.
So now we have to go see our friend Deathstroke the Terminator. And for those who may not know, way back when we first got the House of Legends, this room did not exist. It was added after the fact. We're hoping that they might add some more rooms in the future. We're gonna have to wait and see for that. So let us talk to the evil Deathstroke.
Hone your abilities here. Practice against the trainers or reset your skills via this interface. Learn to watch your back because nobody else will watch it for you. Certainly not your so-called mentors.
Reminder, the Monitor is interested in cooperation. We have one last place to visit before I leave you with allies.
So this is not the most exciting missions, but they do serve a purpose to allow you to explore the House of Legends and get familiar with it. Of course, at this point, we've been pretty much using it for some time.
Ambush bug all up in your fourth wall. This room is for you nostalgists. We got old gear you can buy for the cool styles. Teleporters to places you'll maybe visit once a year. Unlocks for Legends Exobytes, the PvP system with some of DC's coolest characters that could always use more cannon fodder.
These last two stops are perhaps the most important to the Monitor. First, Changzhu is an alien from Apocalypse who has agreed to behave.
Evil Changzhu. Suddenly when they added Changzhu, they did a bit of revamp for the pets, and that was it. We're hoping they might start adding some more stuff to the pets. We were told at some point that they would be reworking the pets a bit, but we don't know what they're talking about. Or not just the pets, the summons.
Different functions, different power levels, all depending on what you need. And if you have any trouble, I can provide additional support.
And finally, Cyborg is developing a method for more easily calling in allies. The tour is complete, but please, see Cyborg next.
So let's talk to
Can you
Cyborg.
believe this place? Allies from all across time and space, and I've been working out a system to connect everyone. I started the ball rolling on a basic team for you when something ominous arrived. A batarang from the dark multiverse. With
Oh,
your
noes.
name, a location under Crime Alley, and instructions to come alone. It's obviously a trap, so if you do choose to go, please be careful.
Let's purchase. I only have the one. Let's go for. Oh yeah, Whirlwind Dervish. Oh yeah. Now we're talking with gas or something like that. Let's tweak our loadout a bit. Oh, I do have. So normally this here is where I put my first supercharge, and here we'll put our Whirlwind Dervish. Oh yeah. What else do we have? We do have Engulf. Which is our pull move? Decisions. Let's stay like that. I think we're good to go. Or are we? Yeah, I guess we are. So let us go fight the evil Batman who laughs. I'm not sure why there's our friend Blackfire who follows us around. I guess she wanted to make sure we'd be okay to enter. Why else would she follow us?
This place gives me the creeps. It's like the Batcave, but nightmarish. It has to be the Batman who laughs. This is gonna be a problem.
So I probably wouldn't need to do this for the event. And yeah, sorry, my nose is a bit stuffy. It's cold. It's cold here in the Great White North. So for the event, I wouldn't really need to do this, but let's do it anyway because I don't just do this for the event. I'm doing this because also I've been meaning to make a. I've been meaning to make a walkthrough of the Flash for quite some time, so I thought the event would be a good opportunity to do that. So 1 out of 3. Not quite. Oh, Blackfire says she's Batman. So whenever you see a barrel, no reason not to destroy it. And here, I usually try to avoid some of those little robins, but not today.
I can feel all the pain.
And after this mission, we'll be able to use some allies, so why not? So the force field should be down upstairs. So let's see if we can go back up.
You're here because I need something from you, and you will need something from me. The hilarious thing is, you won't know what that is until it's too late. So, let's beat each other senseless. Batman always wins. Nice.
Evil Batman who laughs, interrupting us. So at this point, I don't have that much power.
But I brought allies, and you didn't, so I win.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Ironically enough,
Watch your back.
she's not an ally.
You got this.
I'm here for the party. Where's the cake?
We don't have the Drowned as an ally just yet.
Joke.
There's no reason not to use the barrel, because it's right there.
You think relying on allies will save you? When Perpetua is coming?
Big
Oh.
talk from someone who's going to the deepest, darkest dungeon. And hey, being able to send you allies? Pretty clutch. I knew this would be useful. I'll have details for you when you get back.
I wish we could have those consoles as base items. Maybe someday.
Harbinger, give me everything you can on Perpetua.
Pulling data.
So let's get out of here. So Six God is asking in Multiverse, who's your favorite in the Flash TV show, if you ever watch it?
Whew, that was too close for comfort. I'll set it up so your allies have your back reliably, and figure out ways to strengthen your team. Check it out.
I haven't watched it in a while. I watched the first, I think, 6 seasons, and I couldn't watch it after that. After that, I did watch episodes here and there once in a while. I was very, very disappointed in what they ended up doing to our poor friend Joe West. They pretty much destroyed his character over time, and I was also a bit sad. Let's go to the marketplace and let's go pick up one or two allies. But my favorite character, well, it has to be Barry. I did enjoy Zoom. I did enjoy Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash was pretty awesome. And both versions of Reverse Flash. Sometimes when they replace an actor with another actor, it could happen that it's not so good. But in the case of Reverse Flash, when they changed the actor, it still was good. Oh, I don't have Flash somehow. Oh, I'm so sad now. Oh, Exobyte. Silly me. I have to go to the allies, not the legends. Or the Exobytes. Yeah, I bought way too much stuff over the years. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt to cycle through all of that. But here you can see the result of 14 years of playing DCUO. There's the ally, the Flash. So that's the one we're going to use. So I think next we have to equip an ally. So let's do that. Yeah, we're supposed to equip Oracle, but let's see if we can equip the Flash.
Time for the perfect team up.
So once we do that, it gives us access to the cyborg vendor and everything he's selling. Oh, Eurospeak says the EU server is down for maintenance. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, they've been having issues since the new DLC, although maybe even before that. So here, I guess we're done here. So let's go to the world of
Heads up,
tomorrow.
there's trouble in the Tomorrow district. Circe's bestiamorphs are all over the area, which means Circe can't be far behind. Zatanna in the Chinatown safe house can give you further instructions.
So now we will be able to be the Flashes of two
Got
worlds.
here as fast as I could, which is pretty fast, actually.
So now we have to go to Chinatown and let's go pick up our mail first. What did we get through mail? We got a ring. I don't know if there's a secret message from Oracle here, but she gave us a ring. The teleporter is over there. I used to be a bit simpler at some point with the watchtower. You pretty much had teleporter everywhere. That at first the teleporters would teleport you to a specific location, but then at some point they made it so that pretty much most of the teleporter could pretty much teleport you everywhere. Or where would you need to? Chinatown. So Chinatown is Midtown. No, it's Chinatown. Oh, it is Chinatown. Okay. Sometimes the names don't always match. It happens. So for the Flash, Reverse Flash, pretty awesome. But yeah, the Flash would still have to be my favorite. Oh, wrong way. But I really enjoyed. There's a lot of characters in the Flash that were pretty awesome. Joe West was pretty cool.
Have responded, but more help is needed. Get down there and stop Circe.
With Joe West, it was a bit weird because it almost gave the illusion that it was like a continuation of Law and Order. Basically, the actor playing Joe West was playing a cop in Law and Order, and at some point he left Law and Order, but it's as if it was like the same character a few years later. But now he has a kid and a grown-up kid and an adopted kid who's also grown up, sort of. Oh, I thought we were going to be here, but let's go to the Tomorrow District. The one character I really didn't like was Iris. Iris was, holy crap, was she a little bit annoying. And the first season I felt really bad for Eddie. At some point, Iris goes into this rant about how they're a couple and they should have no secrets and they should tell each other everything because Eddie cannot tell her who the Flash is. Basically, Eddie knows the Flash secret, but he cannot say it because it's not his secret to tell. And then she guilts him about that. But then. And she keeps on saying how they should not have any secrets, but somehow she has secrets. She's secretly investigating her friends at Star Labs, and somehow never told Eddie, which was fine, I guess. So it was a bit horrible the way she was treating Eddie, and the way she was behaving herself. Hello, Hero Games.
The carving on this horn is likely self-inflicted.
Amazons will serve Circe.
There's a few people here today, which is to be expected with the event.
Garganta will steal Wonder Girl's body.
But yeah, the Flash had a lot of good characters. I wasn't sure about Caitlin Snow at first, but then I really grew to like her. The same with Cisco. I wasn't sure. Obviously, it was obvious from the start that Cisco was going to be supposed to be the comic relief, and it took me a couple of episodes to actually find him funny. It was a bit weird though later on when he tried to be like he tried to play the Cisco from the Earth 2, and he was trying to act all evil.
You will bow before Circe.
It was a bit funny when we first saw that, but it wasn't a big deal.
Bow before Circe.
But the first I don't know, the first 3 seasons of The Flash had some great characters. I guess it started going downhill for me when they added Elongated Man.
She's always wanted the power of an Amazon princess, and Circe must have promised her exactly that. We have to get to Wonder Girl quickly.
When they added Elongated Man, they were trying to turn the show into almost a comedy. They really changed the atmosphere of the show, the mood of the show. There you go, you evil thug.
Thanks for the backup.
Yeah, it doesn't give me anything to do that, but
You were here.
I was there.
Take this torch of remembrance. Wonder Woman wants its power in your...
That Promethean flame will draw the information out of those bestiomorphs. No matter how the poor beasts try to protect their mistress.
But that first season, Reverse Flash, that was awesome.
Ambrosia elixir, a deadly poison.
And the whole mystery with the man in the yellow suit, that was really well done as well, because we all knew that the guy in the yellow suit was Reverse Flash, but somehow they were able to turn it into a pretty cool mystery. And they didn't drag it too long. That's probably one of the great things about that first season. Like, a lot of shows would have waited until the end of season 1 before revealing who the mysterious man in yellow was. But for The Flash, they actually did that just at the mid-season finale. And the funny bit is, even then, some people were in denial over that. They were saying, no, that's not him. It cannot be him. And they had a whole bunch of theories how the man in the yellow suit could not be Harrison Wells. But yeah, they really struck oil with the first season of The Flash.
The ritual has begun. You too late.
But I guess it was too good. They had a hard time trying to keep up with that. And the second season with Zoom was pretty awesome. But there's a few episodes halfway through the season where they did seem to struggle a little bit. But they had a few moments of geniuses, like when they revealed
They took Amazon Girl to the Metro.
when they revealed who Jay Garrick was.
Snapping those mystic stones. All this points to Circe creating a ritual to swap Giganta's mind into Wonder Girl's body. This is really big. No pun intended.
So now,
Enchanted those Sisyphean stones to prevent you from passing through. Destroy them. We must stop the ritual Circe and Giganta have planned for Wonder Girl.
so now we're level 15. So we can choose a focus. So we can choose between weapon expert. If you use your weapon a lot to do damage, that's what you're going to want to use. If you use both your weapon and power, you might want to go hybrid. Personally, I go with focus superpowered. I kind of have a tendency to spam my superpowers. And also, the thing I really love from this is the 25% power regeneration. So let's go for that. I wish we had more skill points. Well, later on. So there we go. And let's see for the loadout. Did we gain a new power? Oh, we did. But we're not going to do that. Let's remain like we are. So where do we need to go? Oh yeah, the stones. Let's go back over here. Six God Black Flash was awesome, and oh yeah, in the TV show it was pretty awesome. The TV show had a lot of great moments, a lot of great characters in the first 3 seasons. Sadly, afterwards, they decided to turn the show into a comedy. I don't know why they did that.
Circe's Sisyphean stones store massive amounts of magical energy. Destroy the stone.
I think there was a new. I think there was a new showrunner or something at some point, which might be why they completely changed the show.
This fang could aid the Sentinels of Magics restored with incantations.
So we need some more shards from the stone. The evil bestiamorphs. I almost said animorphs, but hello, Stormcloak. So right now we're leveling up our Flash character. We just need a few more shards, and then we'll go inside. And yeah, I don't need to play the side quest, but I want to. There we go. So next we'll go here. Oh, a little briefing. No reason not to pick it up.
Agamemnon Contingency. File code name Olympus. Diana is a good friend, which is just one reason it would be difficult to face her in combat, should she turn against the League. It's not a thought I relish. But if it must be done, the following strategy could be useful. If she could be convinced that she is fighting an equal, she could then theoretically be trapped in an unending cycle of combat against a phantom opponent. Must investigate feasibility of neural virtual reality technology.
So let's start off right here.
The Mirror of Narcissus allows us to discover Circe's plans through her vanity. We lost it in a skirmish with her bestiamorph general. I charge you, recover this for the Amazons.
So again, we don't really need the side quest, but we're going to do it at the same time as the main quest, so there's no reason not to pick it up. Oh, and we have a friend. We had a friend, a Flash friend over here. Stormcloak, what do you think about the new episode? Personally, I liked the slower atmospheric pace. Kind of sad, no new base items. No, there are new base items, Stormcloak, but you have to craft them. I've been meaning to make a video about that. I was able to craft them on a test server. There was a brief window where we had access to the test server to make a video for you guys. And I was able to craft the base items, but I didn't record my video before the test server was no longer available again.
Now Circe must have promised her Wonder Girls. Knowing Giganta, her greed and impatience will lead her to rush the ritual. Go carefully. A mistake could condemn them both.
So there are some base items you can craft. There's also some base items you can get from Circe. If you look at Circe, not Circe, Cheetah. I don't know why I had Panther. There's also base items you can get from the Cheetah. Sadly, these are, let's say, not the most inspiring base items. They're like Dead Tree or stuff like that. They're almost base items that would be fitting for a Halloween seasonal. I didn't mention that before, but some people were quick to jump in and say, no, this is not a Halloween seasonal, but it feels like that. But for the episode itself,
challenge me and die, mortal.
The best part is the new map. The new map is pretty awesome, even though it is glitchy a bit, but that's a minor nitpick. But repeating the same mission for the solo, the raid, and the alert, there's no excuse for that. There's no way to defend that. And even worse, reusing the Black Adam raid. Again, there's no way to defend that. I know some people will defend that. There are people who defend DCUO tooth and nail no matter what. I just can't do it. I will defend them when I think they're doing a good job. But in the case of the Black Adam DLC, I understand that they probably wanted us to have 2 raids as opposed to only the 1 raid. But that was a pretty bad option because we already have access to that raid. Like if we want to play that raid, We already have access to it. Greetings, Sub-Zero. Trisha Pine, did they ever fix the Star Sapphire embargo mission? I'm not sure what you're talking about. If there is a Star Sapphire mission that was broken or something, I wasn't aware of it. I assume you're talking about the Star Sapphires in the Metropolis battle zone open world. Or are you talking about something else? Hello, Supreme. Let's go fight the big guy. We'll clear the rest of the room afterwards. Oh, and I lost some other friend, the Flash. Trisha Pine says it was bugged where we have to escort the engineer and they won't go into the portal. It's been a long time since I played those missions, so I have no idea. I don't remember if they were bugged or not. I seem to recall it was frustrating sometimes. Sometimes the freaking engineer just wouldn't move or wouldn't go to the right place. So I seem to recall it was a frustrating mission. But if it was bugged, I can't recall, and if they fixed it, I have no idea. It's been quite a while since I did play that mission. I would have to go play it and try it out to see if it is fixed or not. I guess we're done here. Just trying not to. Oh, I forgot one here. I knew I was not done. Oh, yeah. Trisha from War of Light Part 2, yeah, from the open world. But it's been too long since I played those missions, so I don't know if they fixed it or not. Sub-Zero, are you enjoying the event? It's going to be fun making characters from scratch and starting over for the 100th time. Well, I personally, yes. I know you're probably being sarcastic, but I kind of like running the early missions. Done that many times.
Hopefully each recovered artifact will aid in reversing Circe's hex.
Utopia is in the event already up? Absolutely. Oh, we got some boots now. Ah, it's the wrong weapon. I'm so sad now. Evil game giving me the wrong weapon. Trisha Pine, all of my characters were never able to complete that story. Very frustrating. You're welcome. I'll have to go back and try it out with some of my alternate characters and see if the mission works or not. But yeah, if the mission is broken, yeah, it's a bit frustrating when that happens. And sadly, I kind of doubt that it's probably, if it is broken, it's probably not in their priority to fix. They have 1,000 other things that is probably more important to fix at this point. But you never know. Sometimes they do surprise us, and they do fix fix things that we thought they would never fix. Like the movement mode. The movement mode was broken for years and years and years and years. But eventually, they finally got around to fixing it.
Now I will transfer my powerful mind into Wonder Girl's body, and the strength of the gods will be mine!
Oh yeah, we have a new Giganta model. Completely forgot about that.
happening? It's like you've got hooks in my mind.
It's working! It's working! I feel her power course.
And the new Wonder Girl, of course. So for those asking, when will they fix, will they do like a graphics update or something like that? This is pretty much how they're doing it. They've upgraded the Wonder Girl NPC at some point. They've upgraded the Giganta NPC at some point. So, and then when they do upgrade the NPC, then they change the NPC across the game. And that is sort of how they are trying to upgrade the graphics. Slowly but surely. So they'll upgrade certain characters. Sometimes they'll upgrade the map. And then they'll use that across the board to be able to upgrade everything in the game.
No! This body belongs to me!
Not anymore, it doesn't, thank goodness. Because there's no way I could pull my favorite jeans over your giant behind.
Bigger is better, Wonder Brat.
Wonder Girl is so mean.
Find out!
Oh, let's summon our friend, the Flash. Because we can. You heard what he said? We'll run circles around her.
Idea to get me angry. When I get angry, I get elemental.
Nah, I forgot her cheesy line. Decisions. Let's go for the chess piece. Let's talk to Wonder Girl.
Whew, back in my own skin again. You really don't appreciate how awesome your boots are till you walk around in someone else's. I'll take care of Big Bertha here. Thanks again.
She's so mean to Big Bertha. Oh, let us skip. I love those cinematics.
Giganta and Wonder Girl has failed. Knowing Circe, she will simply turn her eye to other targets. But we will be ready for her. My thanks. We will speak again soon.
I forget if there might be a feat for destroying all the crystals, or maybe I should have done that during the fight. Too late. I guess not. And as you can see, there's a ton of barrels over here. So this is a good opportunity to be able to destroy a whole bunch of barrels and to try to work on those feats for destroying barrels. Oh, as you can see, 5 red barrels. For the red barrels, I think it goes up to 50 barrels. So after that, you don't really need to bother to destroy them. But for the green barrels, it goes up to 1,000. So plenty of room to be able to destroy them.
The incantation on this scale is dark magic indeed.
Oh, since I'm getting old, can't recall if I answered Utopia already. Yes, the event is up. It's been up since yesterday. So if you're planning to create a new character, the time is now. Trisha Pine, all my characters were okay. I read that one. Bobby Hands, there's no way I can run all my 16 tunes through that new slow pub content. It's okay. I understand. It is a long mission. It takes roughly an hour. So it's 16 tunes. Yeah, you have 16 hours worth of content in front of you if you're planning to do it. So we have to go back to speak to Zatanna. Supreme, I hate the new Wonder Girl look. Yeah, I understand. I kind of prefer the classic look myself. I kind of like the look is nice enough. The only real issue I have is that it's a little too much like regular clothes. Although her look has pretty much always been that. Like she always had some sort of jeans with a little tank top. I know they've added a jacket to that, and a little skirt on top of them jeans. Although she doesn't really have jeans, she has like leggings at this point. But you get what I'm saying. 6 gods, not like graphics like Gotham Knights. You cannot really compare the graphics of an MMO with the graphics of a single player game. MMO has to run on. Oh, did I go too far? MMO has to work for a lot of people at the same time. Like there's how many people in this phase right now? Like right now, there's 105 people on this phase, not to mention phase 2. So the game has to run smoothly on everyone's machine. Oh, let's pick this up. Probably not going to play it, but well, let's have it anyway. So for MMO, the game has to run to hundreds of machines at the same time and smoothly. As opposed to a single player, everything is on your machine, so it just has to run on your machine. And even then, single player games manage to break their games sometimes.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Like when I tried to port Arkham Knight to PC, from what I recall, it was a pretty big disaster at first.
The demon Trigon is rising right here in Metropolis. I'll get there when I can. Until then, think you can handle it?
I call upon you as one who has been proven in battle. Dr. Fate's ward against Trigon has broken. Now Trigon's demons rampage throughout the Tomorrow District. The Science Police's powers are not enough. Defend against this evil, and hurry.
Way back when, we used to have to interact with those little guys over here sometimes.
Well met, warrior.
But no more, it seems. I'm so sad.
I can see your skill is growing. Soon I will have need of you.
Wizzy for PF, how do you change your power? There's no miracle. The only way to change your power is either create a new character with a new power, or you have to go to powers. Oh, no, upgrades. So you have to go to upgrades, you have to purchase a respec token power type, and then you can use it to change power. But you have to also own the power. Like for the free-to-play power, that's fine. But let's say you want to switch to electric. Well, you have to purchase the electric power. So you have to purchase the power, and you have to purchase the power respec token. And then you can change power. If you're low enough, like if you're low level character, you could just delete your character and start over. But of course, if you're combat rating 254, you probably don't want to do that. So you will, you might decide to buy the bullet and purchase the power respec token and the power itself. Let's talk to a little guy here.
Walk among us, their souls crying out for freedom.
Evil thug.
This isn't over. Thanks for the backup.
Oh yeah. So here we're going to play the mission where we meet the Teen Titans, but so we're going to have to fight a whole bunch of evil demons. And there we are.
Trigon's evil energy is manifesting in dark orbs. Bring them to the circle of purification cast by the Science Police so they can be neutralized.
There should be a side quest over here. So let's pick it up first.
From Madame Xanadu's magic shop in Metropolis, we try to keep demon horns in stock.
I'm sure I said as much before, but there's no reason not to pick up the side quest, and you can play those side quests at the very same time as you play the main quest. So you're not really saving anything by not picking up the side quest, and you might get some extra XP, some extra rewards, and all that good stuff.
I shall find another shell.
So here we have to bring in the eggs over here. You have to fight some demons. And more. Oh no, I threw away the egg. I'm so sad now. I guess it seems we're done with the eggs somehow. Doesn't matter. But we still need some Soul Reaver.
Stop destiny.
And I can't see them. Aha. Oh yeah. So we did gain a new cape.
Metropolis formed the Science Police as their own superpowered force, but even their magical officers can't do with Trigon. Let's hope you can.
So as you saw with the
Trigon is
capes
using
and the
his daughter,
boots.
the Titan Raven, to spread his foul energy. Then he will destroy her. Both she and the city are doomed unless we stop Trigon now. Find his demons on the rooftops and destroy their dark conversion vortices.
So as you saw with the capes and the boots, we were not able to use them for stats, but they did give us styles. So gear is useful for two things. First, to increase the stats of your characters, but also to be able to gather styles to be able to customize your character.
Hello, I'm an independent researcher at Star Labs, doing work on pheromones. I think we can do... You've got to help!
Way back when I was a foolish fool, I didn't understand that. Also, I was playing, my character was the Phantom. So pretty much at character creation, I had the look I wanted for my character. So I did not feel the need to gather more styles. It's only later on that I came to realize that, oops, maybe we have to gather more styles. Maybe we should gather more styles. And even later on, also with my Magneto character, I had pretty much the same issue.
Manipulates the very air around it, as though it were made of solid acid.
Like a straight at character creation, you can pretty much have a pretty good looking Magneto character. So again, I did not really need more styles than what I got at character creation. What's your advice for a new player on this? If you just started playing the game, yeah, don't purchase the power token. Just delete your character and start over again. I assume, like, by new player, you mean someone who's level 10, 15. If you're level, if you're combat training 100 or more, or actually even combat training 60 or more, then yeah, just bite the bullet and purchase the token.
Trigon will be released.
Let me show you what happens. If you don't click on the tornado, or I forget what it's called. Oh yeah, at level 15, make a new character. It's like you can see, I started playing this with this character yesterday. I just played a few hours yesterday, and I barely played. How long did I play today? I've been playing for about. Come on, evil YouTube, don't do this to me. I've been playing for 48 minutes. So yeah, you have just 2-3 hours worth of gameplay probably behind you or ahead of you to start over. So yeah, start a new character. I guess an alternative would be keep both. Like keep the character you have right now and create a new character with the new power you want. There's nothing saying you cannot have both. Unless for some reason you really don't want the other power you have. But yeah, if you started yesterday, yeah, create a new character. Don't purchase a token for that.
I'm trying to raise Starfire and the other Titans, but no word since they went into the Science Police HQ. I'm calling Zatanna now to back you up.
Trigon holds Raven thralled to his dark will inside the Science Police headquarters. We must free her. But first, use your power to stop the demons spawning and lending their powers to Trigon outside the walls.
So as you saw, they gave us the hint for the emotes. So if you go to the Styles tab, to the Emotes tab, then you can equip a handful of emotes. We're not going to do that. I already equipped a few yesterday. That's all I really need at this point. And sadly, some emotes are, well, let's say, challenging to get. And you cannot unlock emotes using replay badges. Oh yeah, let me try. Let's go to event. Nah, yeah, I can't do it just yet. So once I reach, I think it's level 20, I will be able to redeem this emote, but not yet. And sadly, there are some emotes we got from Time Capsule or stuff like that, and we cannot redeem those emotes on alternate characters.
I've got a pheromone concoction.
So here, there's a bunch of things we have to do. We have to protect the medic. We have to click on the evil demons before they explode.
Keep still. Stay down.
And also, we have to destroy the vortex disease. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure about the plural of that. And you can see the objectives to the right of the screen. So, again, we picked up the side quest, and we're doing everything at the same time. So once more, I have no reason not to pick up the side quest. Like, I get why some people might think that it'll be faster if I don't pick up the side quest. Not really, because the side quest will give you extra XP, and it will give you also better equipment. So all of that will help you reach level 30 a little bit faster.
Blood Priest Chronicle.
Oh.
Once merely an artifact, this staff now crawls with insects, feeding on its putrescent testament to Trigon's might.
So we seem to be done here.
Raven fought her father's evil all her life. To have him possess her now must be a living nightmare. A real one, since now all the Titans are off calm. Even Nightwing.
Zatanna confirms that Trigon has possessed Raven utterly. She has taken the Titans hostage. You must free them and save Raven from her father's evil.
And early on for your character, there's a lot of missions for you. And for quite a bit, the game pretty much starts like a good single-player RPG game. But later on, you pretty much have to group, or at least there's some of the content you have to group with people.
The Science Police took down some Gotham thugs trying to do business in Metropolis. When the demons busted loose, they did too. Give me a hand finding and cuffing them? We got enough problems without the Gotham mob.
Wizzy says I might have to start tomorrow then. Maybe I only got an hour of playtime today. It happens. There's always tomorrow. Don't worry about it. And for the event, you have about a month. And it takes roughly 12 hours to level up your character. Although I've seen people who say they've done that in like 5 hours. So it could be that it's faster now. Or it could be that, again here, I'm not trying to rush through the thing. Because I was planning to make a walkthrough anyway, so my game plan was to make a walkthrough to show people my Flash character leveling up from level 1 to level 30. Also, I wanted to do that with a Fire character, so here we are. So I saw no reason to rush through the process. But if all you really care is the event itself, then yeah, sure, you could try to rush through it.
So much for breaking out of this joint.
Again, as you saw, we took the side quest at the entrance. And now we're going to be able to play it pretty much at the same time as we play the main quest. A little thug over here, or escape prisoner.
My boss will get you for this.
Let's bring the healing barrel here. And let's bring the red barrel. Usually I do the opposite, but today is a special day, I guess.
Challenge me, Cyborg. Deal with your savior.
I'm gonna whoop your butt.
So we are going to have to fight the Titans one at a time.
What's going on?
You cut one puppet strings, but I have more. Starfire, kill them.
Wizzy says, I heard people say 5 hours too. Yes. I love this walkthrough. Thank you.
Cyborg, why are you and I fighting?
Trigon's been using Raven to control us.
Nightwing.
You are powerless to resist.
Danielle says, bro, the memories. Oh yeah, lots of nostalgia in this mission. And there's nostalgia on the various levels. Of course, there's nostalgia for playing the missions way back when. But there's also nostalgia for the old Titans.
It's like waking up from a bad dream.
We can't stop now. Trigon still controls Raven, and Raven still controls Donna.
Donna Troy. Obey Trigon's will. And destroy the Titans.
Like, this is still pretty much the Teen Titans as they were created by George Perez and Marv Wolfman way back when.
Where
but I never lost my humanity.
Fools! The inevitable is already upon you. This world is mine.
Wizzy, I am for the fun of it, bro, so it's nostalgic. Dan Craig, Dan Danielle, I want to, but they need to add the crossplay. Yeah, crossplay, we've been asking for crossplay forever. Sadly, it doesn't look likely.
Raven's fighting him, but Trigon's hold is getting stronger. We have to find her and help her.
Our best chance is to split up and search. Starfire and I will take the upper levels.
I'll search the rest of this floor.
Sounds like a plan. The hero and I will take the holding level. Come on.
Anthony says it takes longer as a tech toon, having Batman as your mentor. Could be. I'm gonna have to try it out and experiment. Danielle, the game is so much easier now.
Once merely a seeing stone, this treasure has been blessed by the touch of Trigon's wrathful son.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Although, is it because the game is easier, or is it that you're such an elite player now that you breeze through the content thanks to your OP-ness?
Come no further if you value your lives.
A bit strange.
You cannot stop destiny.
Let's pick up the little treasure box here. In the early missions, there are treasure boxes spread around in various missions, so you'll get little rewards if you get those.
You want to consider a new career, kid.
You will succumb to Trigon's might.
That's a bit funky. Demons speaking like gangsters.
I got science, brains, and technology on my side. Let's see what you got.
Evil wrong target. It happens.
No sign of her so far. Let's keep going.
Let's go through the chat a bit before we continue. Daniel, I remember this was almost impossible back then. Yeah, there's some missions, like I remember the Peng Bot. I'm sure you recall the Peng Bot. Holy crap, was that a tough one at the time. I always wish they brought back day one PvP. Nah, that's never gonna happen. Daniel, all my data is PS4, but I'm genuinely not trying to play that shit. It's okay, you don't have to. If you don't want to play, no one can force you. At Anthony World, who's the best mentor for villains? Well, I have a tendency to go for Lex Luthor by default. For the Joker, I cannot wrap my mind around who would want to be a goon for the Joker. Like, the Joker is more likely to kill you than to kill the Batman. Actually, he probably won't kill the Batman; he'll kill you. So, who wants to be... And for Circe is pretty much... She'll turn you into a pig or something. So the less bad option to me is Lex Luthor.
Fighting Trigon deep in her soul. I can feel it.
What can we do?
I've got to stay here to keep the portal open, but only a true magical warrior can enter that soul self. The second that happens, I'm teleporting everyone else out of here.
It's all up to you. I know you and Raven can beat him down.
What level did you have to be at the time? I don't recall. It's been too long. It's been literally almost 14 years now. But the Pangbot was a tough one. Because it had mechanics that you had to try to survive. And it was hitting like a truck. Blink really wish they update and kind of buff the speed abilities. It's literally 2025, and we're stuck on 2013 stuff. I assume you mean also buff the speed at which the character moves forward. Sadly, if they have the character go too fast, the character will fall through the floor, even in 2025. Way back when, they did slow down the character at the time, because when you would run through the watchtower, the watchtower would not load fast enough, so you would pretty much go on walk on the floor before the floor actually spawned, before the floor loaded, so you would fall right through the floor. It was a bit annoying, and not just with super speed. Even with Acrobat, sometimes I would fall through the floor. I was just running forward in the watchtower, and would fall right through the floor. So they had to slow down super speed at some point because of limitations like that. And the workaround they found to be able to make super speed a little faster again was to use the Zoom Ally. If you use the Professor Zoom Ally, you can go a little bit faster. Let's pick up a reward first. Well, decisions. Let's go for the shoulders. And let us equip the shoulders. Oh, we have a few. So these will not give us better stats, but we did get a few new styles.
Trigon's evil power has entered this world through me. But you have saved my soul.
DD play Multiverse, I'm back. I was watching your last video. I remember you, DD. Was the most powerful character in DCUO? It has to be Darkseid, of course.
Trigon's evil still permeates this plane, but thanks to your courage, Raven has been freed. This fight is far from over. Speak to Zatanna, and I will rejoin you soon.
We got a few new feats, so let's pick up some super speed ability. Cyclone Push, and Tornado Pull, maybe. And let's pick up a weapon combo. And let's tweak our loadout. I should have stayed there. So let's see. So let's put let's put a pull move here, and let's put the push here. Basically I arrange my loadout because it's pretty much a reflex at this point for me to use let's say my pull move on the triangle over here. And usually, again, I'll put some sort of melee attack here, a range attack here. And I guess I could replace Immolation with phase dodge. Well, let's do that. You don't have to do what I do, but I have so many characters that I try to have a similar loadout or place similar abilities in the same place on my loadout, so that no matter which character I play, I kind of remember how to play it.
Blood Priest Chronicle. This scepter was once unremarkable, but these demonic scorch marks belie its otherwise simple appearance.
4 out of 5. Did I forget one somewhere? Doesn't matter. So let's get out here. But my most powerful character in DCUO is my Multiverse character. If you saw my Multiverse, you saw it. Nikki Crew is always so unintentional funny. Thanks to the model changes its rebirth teenage Raven, hanging out with classic young adult Titan. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess on that front. Whereas you have characters from different eras together. I don't know if it's because they did not think it through when they started the game, or if it's because the way the game evolved over time, or the way the comics evolved over time. Because sadly, at some point, they were trying very hard to get the modern version of the characters, even if it didn't really make sense for DCUO. Sadly, it might be some. I don't know if it's the DCUO devs who wanted to do that, or maybe DC wanted them to use a modern version of the character. But either way, yeah, it did create some weird bits. Shaggy Dog, I never knew that. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Or your body will glitch. That was from earlier, accidentally misspelled. Do you think the NPC speedster in the game are much faster than us? No, I don't think so. But it doesn't really matter because they can go as fast or as slow as the game requires them to.
I'm good with mystery. Thanks for all your help.
Hello, Scrolls.
I'll give you a call the next time we put on a show.
Dan Danielle, they changed how the layout looks when looking at the journal. I probably should have mentioned that when I was in the mission. They did change the map. The place where we fight the Raven and where there's the evil Trigon. The room used to be bigger, but they changed it at some point. Around the time where they did do a graphics update way back when we got the PlayStation 4. And the room where we were in was much bigger at the time. They made it smaller, probably so that it would require less resources. Nah, the weapon was no good, only for the style. I'm very sad now. Oh, let's go to the vendor. So yeah, the room used to be bigger.
Something here that can help you. Take a look.
But they did make it smaller at some point. Again, probably an attempt to try to save some memory or save some space or memory space or something like that. Oh, some new boots. Let's see if we can use those boots. Nah. Too bad, too bad.
I'm sure I have something here that can help you. Take a look.
But yeah, when we got the PS4, they did rework some of the maps. Again, probably trying to save some memory space or something. Oh, protect and serve. I guess that's going to be our next one.
Ready for more action? A situation is rapidly spiraling out of control in Little Bohemia. Speak to Dr. Sarah Charles at the 5th Precinct.
So let's go to Little Bohemia. DD, do you think they'll ever put Red Hood in the game as an NPC? You would have thought they would have done it by now, but somehow they didn't do it. And I cannot tell you why. DD, it will be cool to see the absolute characters in game. I don't know how. Oh, why did I go out? I don't know. Reflex. Usually when I come here, I just go out to see all the people. You saw all the people outside waiting to show off their new styles. So that's usually what I come here for. But let us go see our friend Sarah over here.
Patients are rioting all over the Meta Wing at Metropolis General Hospital. LexCorp is trying to keep Metro PD from the scene, so something big is up. Superman wants you to handle it. You'll need this metahuman encasement device for as long as it lasts.
This is Superman. Lex Luthor sponsored a special Meta Wing at Metropolis General Hospital. Everything points to it being a cover for illegal experiments. Help the escaping patients as much as you can. And then we'll get to the bottom of this.
The problem with the absolute characters is that we don't know just yet if they will have any staying power or not. We saw that with the new 52. Like they added a whole bunch of new 52 stuff. When we did get the new 52, they added the new 52 Superman style, the Batgirl style, the Deathstroke style, and other styles I forget. And not even 2 years later, the new 52 was gone. Ironically enough, they even changed the costume, the Superman costume, so that they removed the red short shorts. And by the time they removed the red short shorts in the game, the red short shorts were back in the comics. The character was back to his classic look. So it was a bit of a mess. So for the absolute characters, we don't even know.
I'm Booster Gold, and welcome to the exploration adventures with Booster Gold.
We don't even know if they will
Metropolis General Hospital,
if they will be successful or not in the long term. So maybe they should wait a little bit. TY5DN. Sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce that otherwise. Oh, well. As you can see, lots of people come here to show off their styles. So if you ever wonder why there's so many people here, that is why. It's pretty much all the people who cosplay who want to show off their new costumes to their friends. Before we go to the hospital, let's explore Metropolis. TY5DN, do you think they'll ever add anything Blue Lantern to the game, like an artifact or an ally? Sadly, a power seems out of the question. Yeah, for the power, I wouldn't expect them to add a power anytime soon. For the ally, there's no reason why we couldn't have a Saint Walker ally. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if they do add an ally, if they give us the new Blue Lantern NPC they just created. They seem to be in love with the stuff they created, as opposed to trying to give us things that we want.
Ever-growing meta-human population. I guess they need to be ready in case someone like Wonder Woman ever catches a cold. No, wait. She's magic, right?
But yeah, an ally would be a no-brainer. Give us a Saint Walker. For an artifact, same thing. Give us the Blue Lantern ring as an artifact. Make it a ring that also acts as an artifact. And then we have to rank up from level 1, from rank 1 to rank 200. And of course, one of the great abilities we could get,
Lex Luthor is targeting Kryptonians for their
we could get a Blue Lantern ability with that.
But due to the unplanned nature of emergency care,
but I would be very surprised if they do that.
And injuries, some of which may be life-threatening and require immediate attention.
Scrolls, you're currently working on your character. Good for you. I guess we have one more here.
This is Metropolis General Hospital, one of the finest health facilities in the nation. Also a teaching hospital and affiliated with nearby Metropolis University. This is where many medical students serve out their residency. I guarantee that if I, Booster Gold, am ever injured by a lucky shot from some fleeing villain, this is where I would go to be healed.
DD, do you think they should add more hairstyles in the game? Sure. I don't really care if they add more hairstyles or not.
Some of LexCorp's goons are using genetic transcoders to monitor metahuman patients. Help us confiscate that equipment.
Oh, our friend Johnny Storm here.
The escaping patients have managed to take some of their records with them. We can't let LexCorp take and use that information against them. Please bring them to me. I'll make sure they're stored safely at Star Labs.
But yeah, there's nothing really stopping them from adding more hairstyles. Obviously, it means more work for them.
Chief Researchers General.
Can't stand you anymore. Stop yelling in my head.
It really speaks to me.
Where do we need to go with this one? I played this mission way too much that I kind of forget. There's one place where you need to go with heroes, another place where you need to go with evil villains. So this is where the heroes need to go. So again, as you saw, we picked up the side quest. Once more, no reason not to pick the side quest. And you can play the side quest at the same time as the main quest. DD is asking if I've ever seen anything sus in DCUO. Absolutely. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I'll make you pay for the experiments you did on me.
Oh, I'm not sure why. I guess someone threw away the ball or something.
Me am Bizarro! Bizarro #1! You and Bizarro!
Oh.
Best friend!
That was not a good idea. Evil Bizarro. So obviously, as you may have seen, or no, oh, someone did rally us.
We should run together more often.
Sadly, we're no match for Bizarro. So, and you saw we barely not even scratched him.
Where am I?
We used to be able to fight Bizarro before level 30 before, but at some point they changed all the bounties so that you pretty much had to be level 30 to be able to fight the bounties. Not sure why they made the change at the time, but there we go.
You did this to me. Please, you have to end this experiment.
You want some of this?
I met this one girl at Little Bohemia, and she was mean. Yeah, it happens. You have to grow a thick skin. Sadly, I was going to say you have to grow a thick skin in DCUO, but you have to grow a thick skin in life too. In life, there are mean people, and sadly, you cannot always be in a safe space, as they says.
I can't stand you anymore. Stop yelling in my head. It was you who experimented on me. You did this to me. Please.
Sadly, you cannot make the whole world a safe space, so you have to grow thicker skin. That is sad, but that's how it is. So we need just a few transcoders. Almost there.
Oh, Doctor! It was you who experimented on me.
There we go. So let's get out of here. I think we're done here. Do you stay at Little Bohemia often? I don't stay there often, but I do go there once in a while to see. Like as I did mention, this is where the cosplayers are hanging. Oh, let's not go back to Little Bohemia just yet. It is where the cosplayers are hanging, so sometimes I'll go to Little Bohemia to take a look at the people over there, at the costumes.
Overload the station so these people can escape.
Do you ever meet any fans while playing the game? Absolutely, happens all the time, and it happens more and more as time goes by. I usually get also tells in game. People will send me a tell. Hey, are you the Multiverse guy?
Without that monitoring station,
And then when I say yes, they say, are you the real Multiverse?
To worry about right now, like facing us.
Chief Researchers Journal. This heart is a telltale example of our
Do you have time to help me?
profound work.
LexCorp's gladiator suits are running off a highly unstable power cell. We believe it's based on stolen Star Labs research, but with a fatal flaw. Can you collect those power cells carefully?
Dee says, would you ever sell your account? I don't know who I could sell it to, because at this point, this account is probably worth $73,000 or more. Like, I have a whole bunch of characters. I have a lot of rare materials. some rare base items, some I don't know. Who would I be? Who would I be able to sell it to? Who would be able to afford it? And is there anyone who would be willing to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for a DCUO account?
What's going on? Leave me alone, you crazy little man! Oh. Where am I?
I guess in theory I could, but in practice, I don't think that would. Evil robot.
You little punk!
In practice, I don't think that would be feasible.
This is Lois Lane for Daily Planet Live.
Maybe having some sort of auction, and even then.
Medical wing at the Metropolis General Hospital, which is entirely funded by LexCorp, will also be entirely staffed by LexCorp as well. Despite the protests of numerous human rights groups, the wing currently remains open to metahumans seeking treatment for what Luthor terms their unique needs.
But if you want to make me an offer, DD, I'm all ears. Well, I guess you have to do the math. Like technically, to get the shaded comic material, you have to spend $200. And there are some materials where you cannot even spend money to get them. They're no longer available. You would have to go to their trade chat, and again spend either real money or a lot of DC Universe Online money. And I have a lot of those materials, so it would add up pretty quick. I'm not sure if we're done. I guess. I know that we don't see it in the quest tracker anymore. We don't see any objectives in the quest tracker. But sometimes it does that, and then you realize that, nah, you still have a few objectives left. Let's go to our journal to find out.
This is Lex Luthor. You just disrupted research that would have helped countless human beings. You've clearly chosen to follow that alien Superman rather than advance humanity. Don't expect mercy. Luthor out.
Sorry about that. Oracle is blocking any more transmissions from Lex's unique point of view. For now, join Supergirl inside. Help the metas and arrest whoever's in charge so they can stand trial for these crimes.
So we still have to arrest...
How can you live with yourself after all you put me through?
Not this one. Oh, no, not this one. Where are the police officers?
How can you live with yourself after all you put me through?
Too bad. So sad. So let's go inside. We're going to help our friend Supergirl. No, I'm not saying I spent $75,000. I'm saying that the value of some of the items I have could add up really fast. But a lot of those items I got playing the broker. So it's not like I had to spend $75,000. But I did spend hours and hours and hours playing the broker to gather hundreds of millions, sometimes billions, in order to be able to buy those items. So it's not so much that I spend a lot of money. I spend a lot of man hours farming for those items. I did spend some money also, so it's a mixture of the two, I guess.
I'm hit. Go ahead, punk. Make my day. You little punk.
Like, if you sell the account, basically you're selling literally thousands of man hours playing the game and working on improving your characters, working on getting styles for your characters and stuff like that. So what you're selling is not just the account itself, but it's basically like at some point it was showing on PlayStation 5 that I'd played 20 something thousand hours. That didn't take into account also all the time I played. Like that did seem to be only the time I played on PlayStation 5.
Chief Researcher's Journal. Always wear insulated gloves when handling cryotechnic samples.
I have the wrong abilities for this. Let's summon our friend the Flash first.
You know, we make a pretty good team. Ollie, Ollie, I'll come free.
Sadly for Psycho Pirate, you need...
now you don't.
Ah, there he goes. If I had dual pistols, we'd be done already. You need abilities that do area of effect damage.
Nicely done.
And obviously I don't have that right now.
See you soon.
Oh, just give me a minute. I'll go back to the chat. Shadow says, I wouldn't even sell it if I had an account like yours. DD, you never know. Sad Dog, do you play on a PC or console? Actually, I play on both. I do have a PC account and a PlayStation 5 account. Or a PlayStation account. Oh, Scrolls is doing the same mission I am. Copycat. Dan Danielle, how much did you really spend? It's hard to tell for sure because, like the first 4 or 5 years of DCUO, all I spent was my subscription, which was $15 a month at the time, more or less. And actually, was it $10 a month? Well, let's put it at $15 to be safe. And once in a while, I would purchase an item from the marketplace. For example, I bought the Batman, Legend character, the future Batman Legend character.
Sometimes I think there just isn't enough of me to go around. Time to change that. How about a little more me?
So for the first 4 or 5 years, all I did was spend on my subscription, and I bought some amenities when we got them. I bought some armories, and probably a few other things I forget. And I never really bought stuff like replay badges. At some point I had accumulated like 9,000 replay badges because I wasn't using them. Until when they gave us the option to be able to redeem, to purchase styles using replay badges, then I started using replay badges. But for quite a while, I would accumulate my replay badges until I had thousands and thousands. Oh, are we done with Psycho here? And then when we got time capsules, I was broke at the time we first got time capsules, so I didn't really spend money on those until a bit later. Around the time where we got, I forget. I think it was the Guardian time capsule. Maybe a bit after that. Then I would spend some money to open time capsule, and then around the time of the Shazam time capsule. For a while, I would every week I would spend $20 opening time capsule. I would open 20 of the Shazam time capsule. And for a long time, I wouldn't open stuff like I wouldn't purchase stuff like Booster Bundle.
Chief Researcher's Journal. These vines are growing so rapidly, I'm worried about the container's integrity.
And then later on, even though I was opening a time capsule, I was pretty much doing a mixture of, I was opening, 20, 40, 50 time capsule, and then I was playing the broker to be able to get what I wanted. So it's kind of hard to give an exact number.
Dr. Cisco journal entry, Meta Research Project, day 14. At last, so Lex may be a little peeved about.
But for sure, I've been paying a subscription for, I don't know, 14 years.
Her DNA will be ours.
But it gets a bit iffy for the time capsule because some time capsule I just open 20. Some time capsule I open 100 more.
No idea what it's like to
So it's kind of hard to tell.
What gives you the right? You think you can stand in judgment over me? Time for you to walk a mile in my shoes.
Who's your favorite Flash speedster?
All these heroes will be
It had to be it has to be Barry Allen.
Behave yourself.
You're gonna feel this.
Oh, goody.
Although I like
Corkin's blood.
I like Jay Garrick a lot though. But yeah, I would have to say Barry Allen. Like Jay Garrick, it was nice to have him. When I first saw him in The Flash of Two Worlds, loved it. But I was, I guess, a Barry fan first, so yeah, I would have to say Barry. I did kind of enjoy when Wally was the Flash, but again, to me, the Flash was always Barry. This was so hard back then. You're gonna have to be more specific. I'm not sure what you're referring to, or if you're referring to something I said. DD, again, do you ever encounter mean players? Absolutely. There's mean people everywhere. And I know that some people seem to think that the internet shows us people's worst side or worst quality. I'm not sure how to phrase it properly. Basically, I think it just shows us their true selves. When people are online, they can be free to be whoever they want to be, and then we see who they truly are. So I don't think we see people's worst selves. I think we see their true selves. So there's a lot of let's say not nice people in the world, and you meet them everywhere. Although online, I'm always a bit puzzled. Like we see a lot of
Chief Researcher's Journal. It's not as dangerous when separated from its owner.
We see a lot of people who try to denounce bullying, but I find it hard to understand how it can happen online.
Dr. Psycho weakened me with kryptonite and stuck me in this.
Like when I was a kid, bullies would punch you in the nose, and you had to defend yourself and punch them back. Online, what does it matter? I don't understand. Like I've dealt with bullying, real bullying, when I was a kid for a long time, and I don't understand how somebody saying mean things over the internet, how that even matters. But I guess it's when you're, let's say, younger, there are things that seems very important that later in life you realize that it didn't really matter. Like I used to speak at some speaking event to kids, and I would, and when they were like in high school, I would tell them like, whatever is going on in high school. Let's say you have a tough time in high school, don't worry. Once you're out of high school, none of that will matter. Not sure if it did help, but maybe, hopefully it did. I seem to recall there was something about those canisters, or am I misremembering? That doesn't matter. So there's a few little barrels that you have to bring. There's a couple more here. So ideally, before you exit the mission, grab those little barrels here, bring them over here. It's easy enough, doesn't take that long, and you're already here, so why not? But yeah, you see mean people everywhere, so you have to grow a thick skin. It's that simple. So once you bring all the barrels here, you see that little console, you can activate it, and it gives you a feat. Also, sometimes there's a treasure chest over here, so let's pick it up, and I guess we're good to go. Oh, we got a new skirt. What subscription is now? I'm not sure. It depends if you pay by the month. Like if you pay every month, the price will be different than if you pay a lump amount for the whole year. And also, there's the exchange rate. Like here in the Great White North, we pay roughly 30% more than you guys do in the South. Although if you go way, way south, like to Brazil, they pay a lot more than any of us. So depending on where you are, depending on the exchange rate, yeah, it gets. Oh, we're stuck here. It's quite different depending on where you live. I use a pet to hit him before the cutscene. That's a good idea. People take the internet too seriously. Well, it's just that, like, unless I know that there are some people who sometimes will use it to try to cancel people, try to get people to lose their jobs. But if they just go online and say you're a big meanie, what does it matter? Like I could understand if somebody makes you lose your job or something like that, then yeah, it's an issue.
Who would fail to be inspired by the nurturing and healing care offered by a hospital like Metropolis General? Well, okay,
Star
maybe
Labs and
some
Metropolis,
of you villains
thank
out there
you for
wouldn't be
stepping in at
impressed.
Metro
A fair
General.
warning then.
As long as
Booster
Lex
Gold
Luthor is
will be
hurting and
keeping an
exploiting
eye
people
on
for his
you.
own gain, we will always need heroes like you.
There used to be an expression, "Sticks and stones will break your bones, but will break my bones, but your words will never hurt me," or something like that. But it seems that nowadays, people get hurt just with words, which is kind of hard to understand. Oh, we're getting our first neck piece. Oh no, we already have a neck piece. Why do we got a better one?
Keeping your equipment in good working order makes all the difference, as well as making sure you've got the latest, greatest gear.
Yeah, I sold the bow. Too bad. So sad. I was getting tired of having it taking space in my inventory. Oh, we have to go back to Metropolis. Oh, Gordon wants a word. Well, let's forget the police science. Let's go see Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon needs your help in Gotham. Meet him at the East End Police Station.
DD, because they do it for no reason. That's why I just ignore them. Sadly, people say a lot of things, and at some point you have to learn that it doesn't matter what everyone says. Although, fair enough, I understand. I know people, even today, that are my age who still worry about what people say about them. What can I do? Is YouTube your main job right now? Absolutely not. My main job is taking care of my little dog, Rocky.
Batman says you're the one to solve the situation we've got down at Amusement Mile. Move out. I'll meet you there.
This is Batman. Joker's clowns are turning the old Amusement Mile theme park into a riot zone. Gotham PD is overwhelmed. I'll track down the Joker. You take care of his clowns. Batman out.
Is there a fire movement style Well, there is the smoke, red smoke screen movement style. I guess that could count as a fire movement style, but not really. Just because they think that they're better than you. Yeah, but you'll meet people like that your whole life. Okay, so yeah, you have to learn early on not to worry about that. You have to learn early on not to care about that because you will see people like that your whole life, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's like when people who say mean things about you. Uh, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because they'll say mean things no matter what you say, no matter what you do. If they want to say mean things about you, they'll do that. Um, so let us talk to Gordon.
Listen up. Joker clowns are holding cops hostage over at the old roller coaster. I need you to get those men to safety.
DD asked, "Do you like the GSA?" Absolutely, love them. Again, I first saw them in the pages of The Flash way back when.
Stumbled into my toxin testing ground. So sorry I can't be there to welcome you in person. Enjoy the party if it doesn't kill you first.
Way back when I discovered the Flash comic in 1979, 1980, I forget. And at the time, I did not know that it was some really old Flash comics. Like it was comics from 1956. In my neck of the woods, we're getting black and white translations of Marvel comics and sometimes DC comics. And the Flash was one of those DC comics we got. But somehow they were not giving us comics from the 1980s. They gave or from the late 70s, early 80s. They gave us comics from way back when, 1956. But at the time, I didn't know that. To me, they were just cool comics, and I loved it. And then then we got the story Flash of Two Worlds, and then afterwards we started seeing the JSA a little bit. So I think the second time we saw Jay Garrick in the Flash comic, they also introduced the JSA in a roundabout ways. He was talking about his friends, the Justice Society, and how they were fighting the Key, I think. And that's where I was introduced to Alan Scott, to Hawkman, and probably others, Dr. Midnight, I think. So yeah, I love those guys. Actually, I was introduced to them before the Justice League somehow.
It's all in good fun. Who doesn't love 10,000-volt joy buzzers?
Oh, Danielle, how old are you? The $50,000 question. I'm 54. Actually, my pants are on fire. I'm 55 now. So I'm an old guy. I've been around the block a few times, and then some more. Emeritus, I haven't been on in it for a while. What's going on? Was someone talking bad? No, not really. We were just talking. That girl from AU. Tomorrow, guys, that girl from AU will have her first live stream ever. So I strongly encourage you guys to go and encourage her. Go talk to her. She's a nice lady. She'll talk to you. Unless you're mean, then yeah, she won't talk to you. But I don't want to talk bad, but we were talking about mean people.
Joker toxin. If I know Joker, he's left a trail. See what you can find.
Before I go, I have a little present for you. Well, lots of them, in fact. Some of them hold suffocating GCPD officers. Others, well, that'll be a fun surprise, won't it? Don't say I never gave you anything.
DD, do you still read comics? Yes and no. I read older comics. Like, I got a whole bunch of comics.
Big one.
Like during Christmas and the early New Year's, there was a lot of comics on sale on Amazon, on Kindle. I bought a lot of them comics. And it adds up real quick. Like there's some comics, like you could get some trade paperbacks for like $2.99. But before you know it, you bought 20 of them, and it's $20.99. And then you bought and then you buy 30, 40. Before you know it, I bought 100 of them and more. And so I bought all of comics during the holidays, but mostly older comics. Sadly, I'm not a big fan of, let's say, what they do in modern comics. So I kind of prefer to read older comics. Like to give a reference, with Marvel, I pretty much gave up on Marvel with One More Day. Although I'm saying that, but I did still buy a few comics. Like I bought some of the X-Men comics that were drawn by Stuart Immonen because I kind of enjoyed his work. But it became a once in a while thing. So once in a while I would buy some Marvel comics that I found interesting. But overall, I didn't really buy Marvel comics anymore, other than buying omnibuses, absolute editions, or stuff like that. The same for DC. With DC, the New 52 pretty much was the jumping off point. I did try some New 52 series. Like I tried the first 3-4 Superman paperback, or Action Comics paperback, I should say. I didn't like them. I thought, I guess I gave too much credit to Grant Morrison. I thought Grant Morrison was going somewhere with the story. It turns out he didn't go anywhere. He was just trying to be. He was just trying to be different, just to be different. And also, he somehow they made the New 52 supposedly to get a fresh new start with their characters, but somehow they never really took the time to really establish those quote unquote new characters. And a lot of their stories relied on what you knew about the characters before the New 52. So it was a bit of a mixed bag, I think.
Of course, you know this means war.
The one New 52 comic I really enjoyed was OMAC. Man, sadly that lasted 6 or 8 issues and was cancelled, so I was a bit sad. So right now I got a whole bunch of flash trade paperback. Some I had before, some I had never read before, so I was able to get, in a roundabout ways, I'm still able to get some new comics that I never read before by getting some older comics that I never read before.
I'm counting on you. Batman out.
So I still read comics, but I read older comics. I guess we're done here, so let's go to the funhouse. Oh, DD, I like Starman. Oh, Starman by Robinson was pretty cool. It actually was a couple of Starman series, but yeah, I did enjoy those comics. Daniel, oh, you want to make me feel old? I'm older than your dad. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I saw that dingbat Harley Quinn wrapping up cops like presents for the Joker. Go set him loose if you can.
Jumbo, where are you from? Multi, your accent is very unique. Thank you. I'm from Quebec, Canada, but even amongst Quebecer, I don't have quite the same accent as a typical Quebecer. I have a weird mixture of Quebecer, some of what I learned watching movies, also mixed with, I had an Italian friend at some point, so I have some sort of English-Italian accent, and probably something else I failed to mention. So I'm a mixture of a whole bunch of stuff, which is why I even amongst people from here, I don't have quite the same accent.
This is the big one. Goodbye, cruel world.
Please, give him one for us.
And when I went to Heroes Con in 2007, I think, everyone was let's say, fascinated by my accent. It was a fun bit. That girl from AU is just a big kid on the inside. Yeah, maybe. But actually, when I was a kid, my mom would say I was her old, how'd you call that? An old man who never marries. The name escapes me right now. But even as a kid, my mom thought I was an old man, so...
Your mommy make it for you? Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
In a nutshell, YouTube pays roughly $1 per 1,000 views. It's not exactly it because some YouTubers will get $3 per 1,000 views, but $1 per 1,000 views seems to be a good approximation for most YouTubers.
I'm hit.
But also, there's other ways. You can make money from views. You can make money from membership. You can make money from if you have a Patreon. So there's more than one way to skin a bat, as they says. DD, do you watch WWE? Nah, the last time I would watch wrestling was way back when we had Abdullah the Butcher, Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, when he was a good guy way back when. Little Beaver, that kind of. These are the wrestlers from my era, but I didn't. It was fun for a bit, but I pretty much stopped after a while. I can't say I ever was a big wrestling fan, and but it was fun enough for a while.
Don't let those guys get away.
The thing that always puzzled me is how some people take it very seriously.
The boys in blue always know how to rain on operate. But in the Joker's house, it rains anvils.
Extreme Charisma. I used to play in my teenagehood Toon Storm Speed streak. Storm Quick Strike. Okay. And that got from you went from an old soul to a big kid. I suppose. I guess that would be fair enough.
Call for backup.
In here, I didn't take the time to explain it. There are a few consoles you can use. The consoles go big bada boom, and it destroys a whole bunch of evil Joker clowns. So you don't have to fight them all. You don't have to use the consoles. You can just fight the clowns. Both option works.
Don't you have a cat in a tree to save?
And there's also evil Joker androids. For the androids, you want to try to destroy them before they explode.
This is the big one.
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And in the gifts, there are some. I forgot one, I think. In the gifts, there are some police officers. So you could try to free them, and then they will help you out. Sadly, in some of the gifts, you will get some Joker dog, or sometimes some Joker droids. It's sad, but what can you do? Oh, another gift.
Not Batman. I wanted to kill Batman.
Evil Joker androids.
You're gonna go with a big kaboom. Ha ha.
DD, did you know about the controversy with Hulk Hogan? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I assume you mean the one with he went out with one of his daughter's friend or something like that. I'm not really aware of that.
Make it for you. Ha ha ha.
I don't care very much about controversies. Yeah, obviously, sometimes you cannot go online without hearing about various stories. But nah, I can't really say. I can't say I really know about the Hulk Hogan thingy. Like I'm talking about Hulk Hogan in the mid-late '80s. That's when I was more or less watching wrestling. So at the time we had Randy Macho Man Savage, We had, I think I mentioned Abdullah the Butcher. We had, I forget who else we had. Been a while since I saw any of that, so.
Come on. Shut up, I'm thinking.
Extreme Charisma. I miss playing DCUO when I was 16. Do you miss being 16, or do you miss how DC Universe Online was at the time?
She does not. Does so. Does not. Prove it. What are we talking about again? Look who's left. Let's
Divide and Conquer. Oh yeah.
right.
What's the best time capsule to open? The Cursed Gotham time capsule.
Oh man.
Sadly, at this point, you have to get it from the broker, and there's probably not that many left on the broker at this point. But you could get there's a lot of stuff you could get from that time capsule. But sadly, at some point, they didn't continue making time capsule the way they made the Cursed Gotham time capsule. It's sad, but what can you do?
Actually, I'm gonna kill you anyway. But you get the idea.
Man down!
I recall also at the time when we were fighting Harley Quinn, you had to pretty much block her, then attack, block her, and then for a while she would go crazy and you couldn't do anything to damage her. Like that.
Oh, the hilarity. Ow, 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 my toe, stupid hammer! Let me go! I got rights, you know! Mr. J'll get me out! Just you wait!
For the clowns running away, that doesn't matter.
Thanks for the help. Not that I couldn't have gotten out by myself. Yeah, eventually.
Let us skip. I have a video.
Head to the East End Police Station. Commissioner Gordon will be there dealing with the paperwork.
I love those cinematics, but when I make those videos, those walkthrough, I skip those cinematics. But I do have a video called the DCUO, the DC Universe Online, the movie, or something like that. So if you want to watch some of those cinematics, I would encourage you to watch that video. Although I should probably make a new version of that video because that was way back when, and it's probably in SD. So I would probably have to make a version in HD. Oh yeah, and someone remembers Harley Quinn from way back when. Yeah, she was a tough little lady. You had to block her, interrupt her, then wait for her to hurt herself. Then you could damage her. Then again, you had to block her, interrupt her. So it was. At some point, they tried to use a lot of the counter mechanics with the NPCs. Like we started having the counter mechanics with PvP. But they decided to add the counter mechanics to PvE as well, and they tried to give the counter mechanics to a lot of NPCs. So there's a lot of NPCs where you had to fight, counter, interrupt, counter.
Now that Batman has part of the toxin formula, we're one step closer to shutting down the Joker's insanity. Good work.
So I guess we're done here.
We need your help. LexCorp has attacked a hidden Star Labs base in Little Bohemia to steal their exobyte research. Lex claims his former scientists took his research when they defected from LexCorp. But if I know Lex, that's just a convenient excuse. I'm depending on you to keep the scientists safe until I can get there.
We have to go back to Metropolis. I forgot to do the roller coaster of doom. Too bad, so sad. We'll do it next time we come back to Gotham, or maybe we're just not going to do it. Doesn't matter. So let's go to Bohemia. How many CR skips you get? Normally you get only one in January. There's a few years where we did get more, like sadly around the time of COVID. Oh, did I go to the wrong place, or I had to go to Metropolis? So at some point we did get more than one per year. Sometimes they would give us a CR skip to kind of apologize for the game being broken or something. Or for COVID, again, people were stuck inside, nothing to do, so they were a bit more generous and they gave us a few CR skip. But now they're pretty much back to giving us one per year. Although we did get two last year. Like we got one in September, October, I forget. I poorly timed my jump. So sad now. So let's go to Star Labs. Bro just called you daddy. That's alright. As I told you, sometimes you can just ignore what people says. Doesn't matter. Extreme Charisma, I wish DCUO has a lifetime membership. It had on PC for a short while. Like there was a small window of opportunity where we did have a lifetime membership. At the time, I was a little broke, so didn't buy it. And I've been regretting it ever since. No, I came back to DCUO. I'm a 2015 player. Well, welcome back. Did you come back specifically for the event, or did you just come back? Tell us in the comments.
They keep demanding to know where the data is kept.
Noah says hit 30 yesterday. Feels good to be back. Very happy for you.
Star Labs forces can't withstand much more. We need your help. Get LexCorp out of here. I'm hit.
One material would be good to use for Starman. It depends which Starman you mean.
LexCorp won't stop unless you stop them.
Do you mean the one from the James Robinson series? Do you mean the one, I forget what his name was. Noah, are you on console? Yeah, I play on the PlayStation 5. But I also play on PC, but not right now. Obviously.
Classified materials register.
Dang Danielle, you're so chill. Multiverse, I like it. Yeah, I'm a chill kind of guy. I got my moments, of course. Sometimes I'll be more tired, or. But as a rule of thumb, yeah, I'm a chill kind of guy. I know I just came back randomly. I had no clue about any updates. Oh yeah, good timing then. Dang Danielle, will DCU ever shut down? Absolutely. We don't know when. Maybe next year, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 23 years. The truth is, no one knows. Sadly, I'm pretty sure we'll know only when it's going to happen. Like, I don't think they're going to tell us a year ahead of time, in next year or in 5 years. DC Universe Online will shut down. It'll probably be something along the line that, guys, next week the game is shutting down and it'll be gone forever.
Lex can't get his hands on it. I won't leave until I've encrypted this database, and I need time. LexCorp keeps trying to hack in.
Initiating teleportation sequence.
LexCorp is trying to hack in, but I won't let them. We need this exabyte data to fight Brainiac. Intruders!
So the game will shut down. There's no question about that. Everything shuts down eventually. But with a bit of luck, like World of Warcraft has been going strong for a long time. EverQuest is still going strong. Lord of the Rings Online is still going. Dungeons and Dragons Online is still going. I probably shouldn't go too far from the lady. Let's use a little barrel over here. I forget if you have to defeat a certain amount of enemies or if there's a timer that I don't see.
Let's get it done.
Done. The database is encrypted. Only Superman knows what the password is now.
Will and Bill, how do you get the red smoke screen movement style? You have to buy it from a broker. Actually, you have to buy it from the marketplace, sorry. And I don't think... It wasn't on the marketplace for a while, so I don't know if they brought it back. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, you have to buy it from the marketplace. And there's a sale right now, so if you wanted to buy it, now would be a good time. And I hear something. Oh, there it is.
Classified Materials Registry. A magical maelstrom recovered by Star field agents in the wake of the Spectre incident.
Your POV looks far back. How'd you do that? You can zoom in and zoom out. With on PC, you can do that using the wheel and the mouse. On PlayStation, you have to use the L1 button, and then with the D-pad up, the D-pad down, you can zoom in and zoom out. So it makes it a bit easier to get situational awareness to see around your character. I could have... Oh, there it is.
This is Lois Lane with Daily Planet Live. In breaking news, Dr. Jeanette Kahn, widely reputed to be the leading expert on
what material would you use for him?
has fled LexCorp for Star Labs.
By him,
was unavailable for comment, but sources say
not
she
sure you
refused
mean.
to participate in Lex Luthor's plans for her research. Dr. Kahn remains under close security until all issues with LexCorp are resolved.
Help! Help! Star, I need backup.
Damn, will they refund y'all's money? Nah. Whatever money you spend, whatever money you spend on MMO, that money has been spent. You can pretty much forget about it. Basically, you pay to keep the servers going. You don't really buy anything in MMOs. You just pay a rent to keep the servers going. It's sadly it's how it works. Now they're supposed to pass some sort of law.
Star Labs employees. Dr. Kahn believes that Lex Luthor will send Metallo to confiscate her exobyte research. As you know, Metallo has an enhanced titanium and plasteel frame around a kryptonite heart. Even Superman may not be able to repel this threat. All non-essential personnel are to evacuate now. Maximum security measures are in effect.
Now there are some places where they want to pass some sort of law. If a game shuts down, you have to still to be able to play it as a single player or something like that. Now, will that really happen? And let's assume they do that. Will that be everywhere?
Override in progress.
LexCorp forces are invading the facility.
Shadow, dang, is it really looking at a potential shutdown? Not really. It's not that they're looking at it. It's going to happen sooner or later. Everything everything shuts down
Into
eventually.
defensive positions. Secure our control points. Evacuate all non-security star. LexCorp forces are invading the. We have a code red. Repeat, code red.
Oh, the material for Starman? I'd go with the cosmic material.
All non-security star labs. LexCorp forces are invading the facility. We have a code red. Repeat, code red.
Your new body isn't gonna save you, super dud.
Metallo has a kryptonite heart, draining my power.
Well, I can reassure you, DCUO will not shut down this week. It won't even shut down this year. So,
help me defeat him.
way back when, around the time we got the House of Legends, they had a plan, roughly a 10-year plan for DCUO at the time. So if they still have such a plan, we still have DCUO for at least 5 years. So if you guys are worried that DCUO will be gone next year, I don't think so. Unless something really bad happens, I don't know, everyone gets fired at Warner Brothers, or somehow EG7 decides to pull the plug. Like, unless something bad happens, unless the EG7 shuts down, like, it's not gonna happen. They're going to keep going with DC Universe Online for some time.
Over the city, but their core research base is located nearby. Now that Dr. Khan is out of reach, Lex is determined to take.
So on that front, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Curious green ooze recovered by field agents operating in Kondak.
Star Labs keeps exobytes all over the city, but their core research base is located nearby. Now that Dr. Khan is out of reach,
As Supreme says, everything that has a start has an end. Absolutely.
You showed up just in time. Metallo's heart is pure kryptonite. I can only fight him for so long. But I'm afraid this isn't over. With the data out of reach, Lex will attack the next best thing, Star's core research lab. I'll meet you there to plan our defense.
Danielle, if it shut down tomorrow, what game would you move to? Probably Marvel Rivals, and there's DC Dark Legion also, but that's a mobile game. Or I might go back to play the Arkham games. I never made video about the Arkham games. I keep on promising that I would do it someday, and I haven't done it just yet. So I could decide to move on to the Arkham games. That could be an option. So next, let's see. Oh, our friend Johnny Storm again. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's not. And I'm sure you've noticed he has the new costume from the new Fantastic Four movie. But yeah, sadly, as our friend Supreme says, everything ends. Which is why I can guarantee you that someday, yeah, DC Universe Online will shut down. And you have to enjoy something while it's here. Like way back when, there was this great Hulk run by Sal Buscema. Loved it. Sadly, after, I think he was in the book for about 5 years, and then after 5 years, he moved on to something else. I think he moved on to Thor, then later on Spider-Man. But we had like a great run by Sal Buscema, and there were also some great inkers along the way. So, but that is when I realized that, holy crap, nothing lasts forever. So then the next time, there was this Hulk run by a guy called Dale Keown with Peter David. And then I knew that it was something special. And sadly, I knew that it would not last forever. So I savored every pages of that Hulk run. Loved it. And then for extra fun, I came to realize later on that basically when I started reading the Hulk by Dale Keown, I started at the halfway point. So I was able to go back, buy a whole bunch of back issues, and enjoy even more Hulk by Dale Keown that I did not even know existed at the time. So life was good. But sadly, yeah, nothing lasts forever. So when something is there, when there's something you enjoy it right now, because tomorrow is going to be too late. But it also goes both ways. Like when things when you're in a bad spot, when things go wrong, that too will not last. That too will pass. So it works both ways. So when you have the good time, enjoy them while you have them, and when you have the bad time, you can tell yourself that it's not gonna last. The good times will come back.
LexCorp is jamming me out and hacking the turret control consoles inside Star Labs.
DD, why would it shut down? Everything shuts down sooner or later. Champions Online at some point did shut down. CW Rose at some point did shut down. They did come back in some form or another, but they did shut down also. And sometimes it's not necessarily like when they shut down CW Rose. CW Rose was profitable. It was making money at the time. But whoever owned CW Rose at the time, I didn't think it was worth it to keep on making the game, so they opted to shut it down. Could have sworn there was a briefing here. Oh, there it is.
Security recording 977.
Out of my way! Where is the woman?
Shout out, DCUO is such a gem in the MMO game. Yeah, sadly not everyone agrees to that, so what can you do?
I'm hit.
Extreme Charisma, Danielle G, are you out of your mind? Let's go back a bit. He's just asking. He's not saying it's going to shut down. Low Spec Gaming, what if they make a sequel to this game? It's not going to happen. We already know that they're not planning to make any major investment in the game. And a new version of DCUO would be a major investment. So we already know it's not going to happen. Also, we already know that you may have noticed no one is making games like DCUO. Like the Marvel doesn't have a game like DCUO. Sadly, to make a DCUO 2 that would involve 5 years or more of development and 50 million, 60 million, 100 million, like it would require a lot of money to make a DCUO 2. And at this point, I kind of doubt anyone would want to do that.
Secure our control points. Evacuate all non-security Star Labs personnel. LexCorp forces are invading the facility.
Classified Materials Registry. Harvested from government technology after the Cadmus incident.
Just trying to make sure I don't forget anything. Let's continue.
It's go time.
Like, I know some people seem to think that a game like DCUO is nothing special. Anyone could do it. If that's the case, how come no one else is doing it? How come Marvel don't have their DCUO just yet?
There are 3 EMP pulsars around the lab. I'll distract Luthor. You set one off. That'll temporarily short out his armor. Then we both attack. I'm counting on you to have.
DD, there's a new movie for the Fantastic Four. Absolutely, there's a new trailer that just came out.
This will teach you to stay out of my business, you self-righteous alien.
Nahum Dyer, true, even though I hate whenever people say nothing lasts forever. Sadly, that's the truth. Oh, I have to got distracted for a second. I have to go click the clicky.
Hurry! Lex's armor is shorted out. Attack him now!
Supremala, yeah, Stars Galaxy did shut down.
Damn, those EMPs are playing havoc with my defensive systems.
Hurry! Lex's armor is shorted out. Attack him now!
So yeah, sadly, games don't last forever. It is a sad fact. Although we do have example of games like World of Warcraft is still going on. EverQuest is still going on. EverQuest 2 is still going on. And from what we understand, Daybreak are working on EverQuest 3 apparently. So
I have better things to do than trade punches with you and your flunky, Superman.
So let's equip our new boots. And let's talk to Superman.
You did it. Lex doesn't like to take no for an answer. But so long as you and I are here, he has...
Neo says nothing lasts forever, but does death last forever? Well, that's the thing. We don't know what happens after we die. So do we go into the cosmos? Does our spirit goes into the cosmos and last forever? Maybe, maybe not. Do we come back to life as a butterfly? We don't know. Yeah, there is a new movie for the Fantastic Four. We got the trailer yesterday, I think. Did I forget something here? Oh, I thought I did.
Classified Materials Registry. An
Let's pick up
immature
our
form
box.
of unknown species recovered by Batman from a crashed alien ship.
I'm not sure why it doesn't. There we go.
Starlab's metahuman research arm, Super Hearing. Superman ready? Go.
I hear, wait. Well, that can't be good. Is that Luthor? With Metallo? And that's Black Adam in Bialia on the border of Kondak. It's Black Adam. Sorry, Professor, I need to alert the JSA.
So let's get out of here. Supreme says energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only change forms. We're not going to go philosophical here. We're here to play and have fun, so let's do that.
To help Starlabs re-encrypt their database. As for you, missions all over Gotham and Metropolis could use your help. Talk soon.
So, Harley Quinn got recruited by some insane grandma from another planet into a girl band called the Furies. Cool name, right? It was all fun and games for Harles, who took to calling herself Hammer Harleen to fit in, I guess. Things went pear-shaped when old Granny made her fetch this thing called the Splinter of Destiny. And here we are now. Ew.
Alright, mate. Look, I could use your help. There's a killer on the loose. I lost their trail in Gotham during that alien invasion rubbish, but I think they've relocated to Casnia City. Meet me there at a nice little pub called the Laughing Hound. We've got work to do.
So in case you didn't realize, somehow we have access now to the endgame content. So we got the message for those missions.
From the unstoppable Captain Cruel.
Evil Thug, come over here. Well, let's arrest Captain Cruel because we can. Jumbo, do you know if there's going to be another booster bundle soon? We don't really know. We can sort of expect it. They release booster bundles, I don't know, 3-4 times a year maybe. So, yeah, it would be safe to expect that we will get another booster bundle. The only question is when. Sadly, they never tell us ahead of time, so it could be next week, could be next month, could be next summer. We don't really know. And I just realized, where am I going? There we go.
Oracle here. In case you haven't heard, Brother Blood is inches away from raising the interdimensional demon Trigon, right here in Metropolis. Talk to Cyborg for more first-hand information, and I'll be back in touch.
So we're going to have to go all the way across Metropolis. That happens. Low spec gaming. Since this is not going to last forever, will they at least give us a a new Superman emblem? Nah, I wouldn't count on that. Whether it lasts forever or not, that's not why we're not getting a Superman emblem or not. DCUO is my favorite MMO. Me too. It would be nice if they make this villain named the Heatwave be part of the summer seasonal event. There's a lot of things they could do different. I'm not sure why they don't. Do you have any Fantastic Four characters? Actually, I don't. I did at some point. Like at some point, I had recreated a few characters from the Fantastic Four. Like I'd created Sue Storm, the Thing, and the Human Torch. For Mister Fantastic, it was a bit tricky because we don't have elastic powers. But you could create a sort of version of Reed that didn't have his power, but it wasn't quite the same. Wait, Multiverse, how do you make a living outside of YouTube? How do you know I'm not making a living inside of YouTube? Or maybe I'm a billionaire like Batman. We don't know.
Now, where's the exit?
Does anyone else have a Fantastic Four character? Well, we did see our friend, the Human Torch, Johnny Storm.
Oracle tell you about Trigon's sin demons? Brother Blood raised them, and now they're all over Metropolis, corrupting people and feeding Trigon's energy. We don't put a stop to this, Trigon will rise. And nobody wants that, trust me.
You will need all your courage for this fight. Cyborg and the other Titans have already faced Trigon once. Now Trigon's power rises with each citizen corrupted by his sin demons. We must save these people and weaken Trigon's power.
Gutter Monk, XP potes don't count against getting to 30, right? Just no CR skip. From what I understand, you're correct. But oh, actually, no, I did use it, so no, you should be okay. Unless, well, let's see. No, we're good. We're still good. So let us sell a few
Need any
things.
merchandise to help with your everyday battle for freedom, truth, and justice?
Not sure why they keep on giving us bows. Doesn't matter. Dang Danielle, what are some things that DCO could have done to make their game have a better reputation? The list is too long. And also there's no way really to know how some of the change would have improved DCO or not. Cramp Hero, are we getting the Valentine's Day event? We are going to get it. The question is when. We don't know.
Will you aid the Corps? Sinestro's army of fear has smashed down an Alpha Lantern near LexCorp Tower. The green power battery.
And sadly, I think I'm going to have to stop here. So sadly, I have an appointment at 3, so won't be able to stick around, but I'll finish reading the chat first. So yeah, Cramps, we are going to get the Valentine's seasonal event. We'll probably get it soon. The problem is that we don't know when. We don't have any actual information right now. At least not last I checked. So if there is some information that came out today, I haven't seen it just yet. You could use nature for Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, I suppose, but it's still not the same. It's not the same as having an actual Plastic Man power or something like that. Daniel, we're getting Blue Lantern as a power. We wish. People have been asking for Blue Lantern power for pretty much forever. Pretty much since we got the Green Lantern power, people have been asking for a Blue Lantern power. It didn't happen just yet. Yeah, vines for stretchy arms. I get it. I understood what you meant, but it again, still not the same. Like they have Mr. Fantastic in Marvel Rivals, and I have to admit I don't like it. I don't like the way they've I don't like the way they've made his powers work. Because at the end of the day, it's mostly just that he grows bigger, he has stretchy arms, and that's pretty much it. So, not a fan. I'm not really a fan of that. Low Spec Gaming, they could have given us some iconic heroes and villain styles for free. There's a lot of things they could have done, and sadly, all we know is what they did do. Fabian Gracia, White and Black Lantern power, absolutely, that would be great, but I probably won't happen. I wish it did. Don't get me wrong. I wish we had the Black Lantern powers, but at this point, we can pretty much expect that it's not going to happen. So that's pretty much it for the questions for today. So we did good. We went up to level 20 today. I don't think I will be able to play tomorrow, or if I can, it's going to be tomorrow, much later tomorrow night. We'll see. Worst comes to worst, we'll continue our little adventure on Sunday. And tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have live at 5. We will play some of the latest raids. So if you guys want to come and play with us, I'll log in at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will play some missions. We usually meet in the House of Legends, where there is our friend Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. So have a good day, guys, and hopefully we'll see you tonight. We shall see.